everyone, all my drunken Portuguese followers and friends and chefs and people that just want to cook and have fun and get drunk with me. Welcome. Anyway, beautiful day today. Sunny out. Going to be like 90 degrees down here in Florida. Hot. The day I cut the grass, I thought I was going to die. It was hot. I have a riding lawnmower. It was the other shit, the trimming and the edging and all that crap. Too old for that crap. Anyway, welcome. Today, what I did is I have, to get the story started, I have a 5-pound pork bone-in brisket, pork butt brisket. Nice fat cap on it. It's not big, probably about that big. Very nice. I rubbed it with all kinds of garlic powder, onion powder, all my meat church seasonings and everything. First, I put a layer of yellow mustard. I rubbed the whole thing down with yellow mustard. Well, I scored the fat cap, and then I yellow mustard it, and then I put. I'll show you what I put on there. I put everything I own, all of these things. I made a mixture. I took a bowl and I put equal parts of the meat church honey hog, and I did meat church the gospel all-purpose rub, and then again meat church Texas sugar, okay, and garlic powder, onion powder, salt and pepper. Garlic powder, onion powder, probably, I don't know, to taste. Just load it up because it's just going to make it taste good. Okay, so that's what I put on it. I rubbed it up. I put it in a Ziploc bag, threw it in the refrigerator yesterday afternoon. This morning I took it out. I let it come up to room temperature a little bit. I started my electric smoker. I'm at 225 degrees, and I put the brisket. I say it's a brisket. It's a brisket, but it's a pork brisket. It's not a beef brisket. I put it in there in an aluminum pan, and I put it in there. And I know, it's going to get the smoke around it and everything else. So I'm not worried about it not getting enough smoke. People say, I shouldn't put it in a pan. You should put it right on the grate. But it saves a lot of time and a lot of mess, and it comes out just as good because I'm going to pull it right in that pan after. And I'm using bourbon barrel wood chips. Now, those bourbon barrel wood chips are from actual wood bourbon barrels that were used to make the bourbon in and age the bourbon. And after a while, they can't use them anymore, so they put them in a grinder, they shred them, they bag it, and they sell it as wood chips. And I'll tell you what, they smell good. You can still get the sweetness from the bourbon and everything. But anyway, so that's out there. I'm going to let that go probably about, I don't know, I need an internal temperature of 170, and then I'm going to wrap it, and I'm going to cover it, and I'm going to let it go again another couple hours till I reach about 200 to 220 internal temperature because I'm pulling it, and then I'll take it out. I'll leave it wrapped. I'll let it sit for maybe an hour or so. I'll unwrap it. I'll shred it. I'll cover it, and then tomorrow I got company coming to eat it. So I'm making it the day before because it takes such a long time to make it. So anyway, to go with that, are you still with me? To go with that, I'm making my homemade barbecue sauce, which everybody loves. I've never had anybody say that they're not a big fan. They love this stuff. And if I could bottle it and sell it, I'd make $1 million. But I'm too old to make $1 million. I get Social Security to screw up my Social Security. Shut the fuck up. You know what I mean. And I'm just kidding around. Anyway, you want to get started? Let's get started. Say, okay, shut up, chef. Let's go. All right. Again, It sounds like a skipping record. This stupid song, this music. I don't know. What are you gonna do? Ketchup. Regular. Get a good ketchup. Don't buy the value brand ketchup made with real tomatoes that fell off the vine 2 weeks before they picked it up. Anyway, um, okay, a good ketchup, a good, the kind that begins with a H. All right, 2 cups, and we start. You ready? Ugh. Ugh. And you don't have to be crazy with it, like as far as measuring everything. And I'm doubling this. This is it's supposed to be 1 cup, and I'm doubling it. So, but anyway, it makes a lot, and I'll put it in jars, and I'll give it away and whatever. Okay, so 2 cups of ketchup. Now don't rinse out the cup. Hang on, because you need a half a cup of water. So I'm gonna put some water in here. Hang on. Bear with me. What do you think of this music? I went on my music thing, so I got a half a cup. See, I stirred it up a little bit, so it's all in there. Half a cup of water. Easy peasy. All right. See, I got most of it out of there. All right. So I was telling you that I downloaded some. It said non-copyright music. Non-copyright music. I'm saying, okay, there's a playlist, non-copyright music. I use it on one of my videos. I post it. Guess what? Well, there's copyright infringements on this. One of them says we can't play this in certain parts of the country because it's a copyright infringement and stuff. I had to delete it from the soundtrack from my video so I could get it posted to everywhere. I'm so sick of this shit. It's like, they shouldn't. Never mind. Anyway, okay. So we got 2 cups of ketchup and a half a cup of water. Okay. Molasses. Good old, regular old granny, whatever it is, grandma's molasses. Okay. We're going to do a half a cup. I'm just double checking. Hang on. Because I did double it. Yes, we're going to do a half a cup. And like I said, it's not a perfect science. A little more, a little less, whatever you want to do. Okay? All right, hang on. That's the molasses. Bear with me. I gotta get something to scrape that out of there. A lot is still in there, see? Okay. All right. So, half a cup of molasses. Brown sugar. Where is it? There it is. So I've got, it's supposed to be tablespoons. I'm going to put 4 tablespoons. Okay. 4 tablespoons of brown sugar. Worcestershire sauce. 2 tablespoons. On. 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. You getting this? I gotta write this down, you know. All right, then we're gonna do 1 teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. Garlic powder, onion powder. All right, what do we got here? Teaspoons. All right, so teaspoon garlic powder, teaspoon onion powder, what are you doing there? You still cooking with me? All right. Sorry it's taking so long. I was gonna measure it. I was gonna measure it. Shit. I was gonna measure it all out. Look at it. It's making a mess. But I didn't have time. Anyway, salt and pepper. Salt and pepper. About a half a teaspoon. Pepper. Salt. Like I said, it's not a biggie. A tablespoon of prepared mustard. Now you can use regular old yellow mustard like you put on hot dogs. I put the Grey Poupon. It's a nice country Dijon. It's called, and it's a ground coarse ground mustard, and it's nice. Okay, so what do they want? How much of this? Tablespoon. All right, hang on. I gotta. Yeah. Don't mind me. I'm just walking around with my head on crooked. All right, I'm gonna stir it up a little bit. To make sure that everything gets all nice. Supposed to be a tablespoon. That's pretty dang close to a tablespoon. Okay, so that's that. Tablespoon of that prepared mustard. You use yellow mustard, like I said, doesn't matter. 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke. Now, when it says 2 teaspoons, 2 teaspoons. Don't put any more. This stuff is like really potent, and it will like knock your socks off if you put too much. Ugh. All right, so I am definitely measuring this because it'll ruin the whole thing if you put too much. One. Two. That's liquid smoke. Hang on, I'll show you what the hell it is. Okay. Liquid smoke. Ah. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Okay. Really, 2 tablespoons? Just checking. Yes. Now, you make sure it's balsamic, because it's the sweetness in the balsamic that you want. And this is a pretty heavy one. This is and I'll show you what this is. This is a really good balsamic that I had bought, and it's pretty thick and balsamic of Medina. I don't know where it's made, but any balsamic will do. You don't have to get that. Any balsamic vinegar, not red cider vinegar, not apple cider vinegar, not white vinegar, balsamic vinegar. Please. Now, look, this is entirely up to you. You don't have to put it. I put 1/4 cup of whiskey. And we're going to simmer this, so it's all going to burn off anyway. The alcohol, there's no alcohol in it. But you can leave it out if you're not a big fan of alcohol or whiskey or any of that, or the taste of it. You can't really taste it. It just adds a little something. But you can also use coffee liqueur, which is really good in there. Or if you can brew a very, very strong coffee, just coffee. Well, I don't know. You said Rhode Island, so coffee. Real strong coffee. 1/4 cup of that. Put that in there. It's good. Okay? And that's it. And now what we're going to do is we're going to put this on medium. I'm going to get it all incorporated. I spill it all over myself. I'm going to start warming it up. Now, personally, I think the whiskey just puts it over the top. But like I said, you can't always give whiskey dishes to certain people that can't drink alcohol, or they have a problem with alcohol or anything like that. If you didn't tell them it was in there, they'd never know. We're going to burn the alcohols off anyway, because we're going to let this simmer. Okay, so that's it. Now you got my secret recipe. I'm gonna throw a cover on it because I don't want it to, if it really starts to evaporate and reduce. I may do a little bit at the end just to let it incorporate a little bit, let it reduce down. But other than that, that's it. I got everything on there, right? So we got, just to recap, we did 2 cups of ketchup, 1/2 cup of water, 1/2 cup of molasses, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1 teaspoon each garlic powder and onion powder, a half a teaspoon each of salt and pepper, 1 tablespoon of mustard, prepared mustard. Like I said, coarse ground mustard, yellow mustard, it doesn't matter, whatever you want to do. 2 teaspoons of liquid smoke, no more, be very careful. And then a quarter of a cup of whiskey, or not, or coffee liqueur, or not, or just strong coffee, coffee flavoring. That just gives it a little bit of extra time. Okay, so that's it. We're gonna let this simmer. Oh, I don't know. Maybe an hour. We want all those flavors to come together, and then we'll take it off the heat, and let it sit and cool down, and then we'll get it into jars and put it in the refrigerator. And tomorrow, and when that gets pulled, that brisket, I'll shred it, and then I'll put a little of this in there and mix it all up with it, and then they can put more on their sandwich if they want when they eat it. Okay, so that's it. That's Chef Big Al's barbecue secret recipe sauce. Don't tell anybody. When you make it and they try it, don't just say, that's my secret sauce and nobody can have it. But I'll make it for you. Because if they don't watch my channel, they don't fucking know. So screw them. Anyway, subscribe, like it, hit the notification button, and you'll get a little notification. Hey, the Portuguese, drunken Portuguese, they're posting another, posted, barbecue sauce or whatever, So anyway, do that. Subscribe, please. I need it. And I did do the video prior to this, and it was Memorial Day, and I gave Tunnels to Towers a little plug, but I said the wrong address, so I put it on my details on the video when I posted it with the correct address, and because I said it's t2t.com. Well, it isn't. It's t with the number 2 t.org. O-R-G. That's what it is. It's not .com, it's .org. $11 a month, and it's worth it. I'm retired on a fixed income, and I don't even notice it every month. It comes out automatic, but it helps so much. You've probably seen it on the television. Everything that they do, the housing that they do, and apartments for homeless. And it's crazy, man. $11, that's nothing. That's nothing. You probably lose that in change once a month. Okay? All right. Well, I love you. Be safe. Like I said, that's it for this. Now we're just going to simmer it down. Watch it. There's sugars in there, and it will burn. So don't go too high. Just keep an eye on it, and once it starts simmering, just make sure you stir it. Get to the bottom and stir it up and everything. And then you can take the lid off for like the last 15 minutes or so. And that's it. Then let it cool and put it in jars. All right. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Like I said, every time I do this, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to make. I didn't know I was going to make this. But anyway, you're lucky. Don't share it. Just if they don't watch my videos, tough shit. Because you got it now if you watched it. Okay? All right. I love you. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and like and hit the notifications. Say your prayers, brush your teeth, and be safe. My God, be safe. It's crazy out there. All right? I love you. See you on the next one. Bye. Okay, so before we got started, I wanted to show you the electric smoker that I have with the pork brisket is in it, and the wood chips are in it, and that's the temperature and the vent. It's in there. You can see it. You can't see it. Too much reflection. Oh well. Anyway, and these are the wood chips that I talk about. It's all over. Okay? Good and that one. Well, that's how we're gonna start with the video. And it's a nice little electric cooker. Let me get off here. Nice. Not big. No wheels. That's where the wood chips go. You take that out, you fill it with wood chips, you stick it in, you turn it, and it goes. It's nice. It's got a timer on it and everything. So, anyway, that's it. Okay, bye.